Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel. In this message, I want to remind you that you should not let circumstances fool you. So I'm going to say it like this. Don't let affliction fool you. Remember, I didn't say your affliction as if it belongs to you, because it doesn't belong to you. It just happens to you, but it doesn't belong to you. Too often, people identify with what's happening to them, and they claim it as theirs. That's also an open door for unclean spirits to attach themselves to you. So, I reminded you of this. Now, I'm going to say it one more time. Do not let affliction fool you. Affliction is intended to keep your attention focused on self, to keep your attention focused on your own shortcomings, on your own weaknesses. And that is the enemy's goal, so you won't rely on Christ and walk in his power. That is the purpose of affliction. Affliction is there intended to keep you distracted from walking by faith. All believers, affliction serves to prevent them from finding Christ. With believers, it's intended to prevent you or hinder you or distract you as much as possible from walking by faith. So, do not let affliction fool you. I'm going to give a parable now. You have a married couple. They just purchased a new home. The home is beautiful, and it's near a stream, and schools are nearby, so the couple thinks they made it. And people are happy for them, and people should be happy for them that they recently married and now they have their own home. And they got the home for 40% for a 40% discount. So they were overjoyed. But then one day, a relative of the wife came by. Well, he was really adopted, but he was still considered a relative. He came by to help the couple furnish their home, to put in furniture. This relative, let's call him James. James entered the home and he was happy for the couple, absolutely. But here's the thing, James was married himself and he purchased a home 2 years ago. But he had a lot of troubles with the bank about the mortgage. There was even one time the bank tried to throw him out of the home, but it didn't happen. And besides that, there were also some people in the neighborhood complaining about him and his family. And he was thinking, what is this? But nevertheless, he was there at the house of one of his relatives, and he was happy for her and her husband that they had a home in a quiet neighborhood. James was not upset that he was enduring all this affliction while that other couple had it at ease. He wasn't like that. He wished them well. He wanted them to be happy. Now, what's going on here? You have a similar circumstance. A couple purchasing a home. One purchases a home and they're at ease. The other purchases a home and they get affliction. All kinds of drama. It seems that the drama doesn't want to stop. Now, I'm telling you what's going on behind the scenes. This James is born again. He is delivered from fear and from violence. So those entities can't enter in. But the entities do want to have some hold on James. That's why those entities are using people at the bank and people in the neighborhood to stir contention against James. Well, so what's going on here? James sometimes thinks that he's accursed, that he is disobeying God, that he is in sin, and that's why the enemy is attacking him. No, it's not true. James and his wife, say his family, they are safe. Nobody dares to lay hands on them. James has daughters. None of the guys in the neighborhood dares to come with dirty intentions towards his daughters because they've experienced backlash against them. So James is safe, but the enemy wants him to think he's in danger, because when James thinks he's in danger, the enemy now has an open door to attach himself to James and to, let me say this, to keep James away from walking by faith. Now look, James would still be safe because he's delivered, but now demons can at least exploit him. You get what I'm saying here? That other couple was a church, they were churchgoers, but they were unbelievers. They were not born again. So they were deceiving themselves. So what happens now? The spirit of fear and the spirit of violence both have easy access to them. So that couple, they had a cover because they went to church, but the cover was paranormal. So they were lost. And here's the thing. Anytime violence could happen to them anywhere, because remember, they were relieved. But that relief only worked as long as they kept going to church. So they were stuck. So the unclean spirits didn't want them to realize they were stuck and seek for deliverance. So the unclean spirits caused them to be at ease. So in this case, if you would compare both cases, you may think, James, you need help. James, you get trouble everywhere. No, James is safe, and it's because he's safe that the environment retaliates. Because he operates in safety, that means he operates in freedom, and people don't want to deal with the effects of his freedom. That's why they resist, and because they realize they can't will against them, that's why they're losing it. That other couple, people have things against them, but people are at ease because they can will whatever they want. Or they know anytime they can act out against them. That's why demons cover them. So, if you would have looked only at the affliction, you would have concluded that James was accursed and that other couple was blessed. That's not true. There are people afflicted, and that affliction is an outworking of them being accursed. That happens, but not everyone that endures affliction because they are accursed. And the other way around also, not everyone that has ease because they're blessed. Look, there are times affliction arises against you because the enemy wants to have a hold on you. The enemy knows he can't stop you from walking by faith, so he just wants to have a share in your walk by faith. The enemy goes so far that he wants to have a share in your daily walk by faith. So he will cause contention against you with the purpose to provide teachers who will come in the name of Christ, or really wolves in sheep's clothing, to tell you how to deal with the issue. And the way you deal with the issue will bind you to the paranormal. That's how far the enemy goes. So again, I'm telling you, do not let affliction fool you. Affliction is fooling many every day. Don't let it be you. That being said, agree with Christ and be at peace.